How's it going, party people? It's Cameron Day from Game of Caravan, and I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you so fast. What?
The party people fire, bro.
I always say party people.
I know.
What do you want from me? You watch my videos. All right. Do me a favor, guys. Tell me what you're drinking right now. I'm drinking the last of the first 2 liters of Guadalajara for my sister's wedding.
And he didn't save me any.
It's not wrong. Also, tell me what your favorite modular game is, because today we're covering Shackleton Base by Pandasaurus, and we're sorry, we're French. So this is before we buy a video. This is Ezequiel Martinez, and he's going to cover all the details in this video that I usually do, because it's his game and he's played it one more time than me. So without further ado, Ezequiel, go into the overview of the game.
All right, so the theme of this game is that we are settling the moon. You're taking on the persona of a space agency, and you're taking on the effort of building bases on the moon and sending astronauts to the moon and bringing them to your buildings. As you're doing so, there are 3 corporations that they have different goals, and they're funding you if you're doing your goal correctly.
You got corporate sponsors in here, okay.
Exactly. So this is a heavy worker placement game with a territory control aspect. There's some track bumping, and the game is very modular. So that's in the base of the game. But as you go through the game, these corporations have different playstyles. So some of them are contract fulfillment. Some of them are changing your territory control game. Some of them may even turn the game to like a semi-co-op kind of feel. Yeah. The asteroid one. I haven't played that one yet, but that one seems really cool. What makes the game unique? This game is, for one, extremely modular. It thinks of SETI, those 3 corporations that you play with. The game comes with 7, so you can swap them in and out. As well, the game has some interesting shared resource aspects, where your worker placement actions have a lot of impact on how other players take their turns. The worker placement action is very intertwined with one another, and all your actions are kind of dependent on the other actions. So you gotta be splitting up your worker placement. As well, you have 3 different types of workers, 3 different color workers that belong to a singular player. And those workers are good at doing different things. You have the yellow, red, and blue worker. And yellow is good at building and mining resources. Red is good at grabbing cars and getting money. And blue is good at corporate actions and interrupt and scoring you a lot of points. However, you're not pinned exactly to these. Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, so the worker placements are very modular. So you can use a blue worker in a red spot, a yellow worker in a blue spot, and so on. So the weight of the game on BGG is 3.8, so that's like mid to heavy.
Yeah.
Feels heavier to me.
It's pretty heavy. 3.8 is pretty heavy, yeah.
I think it's heavy. But the length of the game, I've only played it at 4 so far, but it's about 2 to 3 hours, I think.
100%, yeah.
First time playing it with the teach, with maybe a rough teach, it can definitely go past 3 hours. I mean, our game went 3 hours and 11 minutes, right?
Yeah, without the teach. Teach was 30 minutes flat, so it's 340 with it.
Easily, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, the game is very AP inducing, so that can make it a little longer than it should be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, honestly, yeah.
So for the look of the game is very gray.
Yeah.
Because you're on the moon. The moon is gray, so it makes sense, right? But there's some nice components, like the solar panels look like solar panels. Your build action, your card action, and your corporate actions are very distinct. And there's a lot of hexagons.
Hexagons, yeah.
Your corporations, they all do look different, and they all are quite distinct, I guess you could say. Perfect.
Yeah. Definitely the most complicated looking worker placement I've ever played.
But you know what's interesting? The complicated part of the worker placement was the main board on the moon. There's no worker placement on the
no, quite literally, yeah.
The variable board. This is honestly scoring objectives.
Yeah.
And changing how the game feels, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I still wish they had player guides as opposed to just once on the board.
Yeah, that's what I just say, but like I feel like it didn't really need it because it's all on the board.
Well, I was on the other side of it. I couldn't really see it. Also, it's upside down. I'm like, what's this?
Yeah, that's probably my fault because I don't like playing games upside down.
Well, not really your fault. The fact that it could happen is like a problem with the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something bad about this game. And I've seen in other reviews is that like you're at mercy where you're sitting at the table for specific like cards or for like reading the board.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the setup time is probably 20 minutes. It could maybe take longer if it's your first time. It is a pretty big setup. The game does come with boxes, so it helps out.
A lot of boxes though.
A lot of boxes. Some of them. Honestly, I kind of think about getting rid of some of them because they're like breaking already and like all the stuff fit inside. But like the boxes for the corporations are fantastic.
Oh yeah, better than baggies for sure though.
Oh yeah, for this game it helps a lot.
If this game was just baggies, I don't think it'd be worth $80 honestly.
Yeah, the teach 30 minutes, I think. And also the part that's interesting is that you're gonna have to teach the game next time you play it too, because you have different corporations. Maybe you could split that up. One person reads the corporation.
Oh, true.
After you have the players that know the base game. That's probably a good way to do it. So 30 minutes the first game, and then probably like 10 minutes is after game. So you're playing corporations that you know better.
Yeah.
Even then, could be quite long. So mechanics, right? This is a worker placement game, and a lot of territory control and how you build your bases. There is some track bumping here on the side, and not much as compared to other game. But then the game is again modular, right? So depending on what companies you have in the game, that changes different aspects.
Yeah, one of them had a track bumping thing, right?
The track bumping thing was here. The one over there, I'm not too sure. I didn't read the other ones.
It's a lot of empty spaces. I'm assuming as much, but maybe not.
Yeah. So for example, when I played with you, it was actually not the recommended starter game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So the recommended starter game had one more generic contract fulfillment in it, and I wanted to switch that out. So two of them didn't feel same, but it was good for a first game.
But the one we added in didn't even feel complicated, really.
It was tricky because you had to understand how the bases work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess.
if you didn't understand how the bases work, and how the goals work, because if you don't understand the majority of the row, you're not going to understand how to score that row.
That's true. That's true.
Then you have to see that once or twice at the end of the round, but it's still cool nonetheless.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, so what does the game feel like?
This game melted my mind. This game has a million micro decisions, and my brain hates me.
It's a lot. It's very AP, but it's hard to say. Like, yes, it has a modularity of SETI, but to me, it doesn't feel like SETI. SETI feels like an Arc Nova trying to push how many turns you can do, like how many turns you can do in a round, maximize your turns. While this feels like more efficiency. Well, they're both efficient, but they're efficient in different ways, right?
Yeah, this one is. It's funny because when I learned the game, I'm like, oh, all these 100 worker placement spots do the same thing. In the beginning of the game, that's true. And then the more territories develop, I'm like, holy crap, they do entirely different things because I have to pay people here or there or this and that. And now it went from being very simple to insanely difficult. And that's if you want to do one color. If you want to do a different color, it's a whole different game. So it was a lot.
Yeah, as you play the game, like it's probably good for your brain to focus on one corporation, but it won't be that good for your score.
Oh yeah, dude, that hurt. That
happened to me.
I won by like 2 points. I don't even know if it was worth it. I don't know if it was worth it, man. That hurt my head. Jeez.
But I wrote down here, it feels like SETI because the space theme and because the modularity. But like I recently played Speakeasy, and I think this game feels more like a Lacerda in the sense that as you take a worker placement action, like all Lacerdas, most of them are worker placement. They're notorious for the interconnectivity of the worker placement spots, right? Like with this one, even when you do a specific action, you can do part of another action.
Yeah.
Right. When you go place a worker down, it's impacted on what you build, right?
Yeah.
You're doing actions for the effect of other actions, right? So
this game did. I'm not gonna lie. When you described it, I said it felt like communism, and I still stand by that because you're building off other people's stuff, and you're incentivized to help other people unintentionally. So it was weirdly like collaborative in various ways, and then you all ripped the rug from it. It definitely felt like a semi-co-op.
There's a lot of positive interaction.
Yeah.
Right. Because
whenever you put a worker on a certain spot, you can be paying someone, which is nice, and giving them a meeple, which is also nice.
So yeah, the way I was imagining it, the way I had in my brain, is that all the sectors are not active until somebody builds on it. The moment that somebody builds on it, it allows your turn to be bigger and to get more resources, but because somebody built on it. And if you don't have a building in that section, you just have to pay them $1 or $2. Usually. Yeah. So it helps you that they're building stuff, but it also helps them that you're paying them to use their sector if you haven't built there yet, which was really cool. Also, there's a lot of positive interaction in the shared energy, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I haven't seen any game that has a singular resource that's spread among all the players.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm surprised it worked out for us. We never hit the top, we never hit the bottom. It just worked out like right there.
Yeah, the balance on this is very interesting because, well, the shared resource, the way it works is that it goes from 1 to 10, and if somebody builds or if someone's trying to build, they need and to have the energy required, and they need to build solar panels to fuel their new business. And when you buy cars, it also has a requirement on energy. So that energy needs to be a specific limit.
I remember in the beginning, like, I didn't think anyone was going to build those satellites. So like, oh, we need those, and we don't want to give it to someone. And then we ended up having like 2 or 3 just out in the middle, ready to build if we needed it. Like that was a completely different
Just
change.
people were trying to buy the car.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it worked out.
And it happened more than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So what I liked about the game, I'm a huge fan of semi-co-ops, and I really did enjoy having a game that was semi-co-op that still felt competitive, because I didn't like when people paid me, because that typically meant that they went somewhere I wanted to go. But I was fine with it because I made money. But it was a lot of interesting interaction, because it was almost like they punched you in the face and gave you $5. It's like, you don't want that, but also like, I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's not the worst case scenario, especially with money being so scarce in this game. Yeah. Getting like consistently $2 or $3 by like a good spread, it felt good.
Yeah, this is a very tight game.
Yeah.
And it's not semi-co-op in the sense of like Nemesis is semi-co-op, where everybody can lose, or everybody can win, or only one person can win, or 2 people can win. I guess it's more semi-co-op in what you do is kind of helping other people, which is just the influx or the abundance of positive interaction. Yeah,
which is like between 2 castles and Splitto, where like you're definitely helping each other almost intentionally, but also you want to be the last one standing.
Yeah. Like you want to make the most victory points. You want to have the most attractive base for people to invest their workers into when they're going to the line.
I know what we talked about that I liked a lot is even without switching the modular with corporations, is that what they're called?
The corporations.
Yeah, without switching the corporations out at all, there's so many different strategies just with the base 3 that we started with, and then you said there's 4 more because there's 7 total.
Yeah, there's 4 more.
That's insane.
It's for a base game.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Yeah, that's a base game. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was shocking. I mean, even for me, like I played basically with base corporations, but one different, and my game was completely not the same. Like I focused completely on the new one, and I did only part of the other ones, and it helped. It helped to have that familiarity. But like this game, I was looking so much more in the territory control part of it than doing the contract fulfillment as before.
Yeah, it's funny how like the board is so big, but technically you can go like a lot of the game without using it for such a long period of time.
This board?
Yeah.
Like, and I was surprised in this game, our beginning of our game, we went straight into buying cars and stuff.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen my first time.
I would say, because like, dude, this section was all stacked, and then nothing was in this huge open board. It made no sense, but I mean, it's what happened, I guess.
Yeah, there was not many work groups there. Yeah. It was pretty cool. I liked how what was it, crunchy tight Euros, heavy. I like those type of games. I know not everybody likes this type of game, but mechanistically, this game is stellar, right? Like, as you take your turns, you got a lot to consider, but at the same time, you really don't have to think that.
I don't know about that.
I think you could go about the turns and kind of be like, I'm just gonna get money and worry about an next turn.
I will say, I think we all definitely did that. Where we're like, hey, we could technically have a better turn, or I can get $12. So like, honestly, like, what do you want to do?
Oh, no, that's a lot of money.
Like, that's a lot of money in this game. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was. I don't know. I think of this game as yummy space rocks.
Yummy space rocks.
It feels so good.
It still makes no sense. Valid.
That's how it feels. So what I dislike, this game is not really accessible. If you're gonna have this game, you gotta be ready to teach this game several times.
Yes.
Even if you play with the same group and you have to teach them new corporations. It's a bit to set up and it's a bit to take down. But and it's already also better at 4 players, which kind of the territory control part of the game. Yeah. And it's typically those games do feel better with more players.
Do you remove sections if it's less players?
You don't remove sections, you just start adding a few bases for a third to cover a few spots.
That makes sense.
And if you have to pay the bank in that case.
That makes sense, okay.
But it's still better with 4. You know, even the game's taking longer. Yeah. Maybe 3 is probably best. Because then you have 18 less turns in the game, and it won't take so much longer.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, the main thing I didn't like, and that's only because I hate when the game is so open-ended. It feels like there's so many things you can do, and also nothing you can do. Because I remember having the whole board available to me, and I just needed 1 leaf. And even though I had all the colors except for blue, and I had every space available to me, there's nothing I could have humanly done at that juncture to get blue, which is so bothersome, and I couldn't do anything for the whole round, and the game's only 3 rounds long. And the other thing is, you can consider every option and every worker spot, which is easily over, 15 worker spaces right now on the board.
You made me count.
And that would say there's 15 alone, and that's if you're only using just a worker. Now if you add in...
I think there's 30.
Let's say there's 20. Let's say there's somehow just 20, and there's only one worker. There's 20 spots, but there's 2 different colors, and both colors do entirely different things. So now there's 40. And then there's 3 colors in the game. So now there's 60 freaking spots available. It's factual. If you don't want AP, if you don't want that many options, because each color does something entirely different. Like there's some crossover for 3 of the spaces, but the other 20 or 17 are completely different. You cannot cross over on the main moon. Isn't it called Shackleton because of the actual, like, you said the crater's called Shackleton?
I believe so.
Something like that. So basically, Shackleton itself is completely dependent on the color you put down, which is a large majority of your worker placement spots. That's 90%.
Well, you say that, right? But you kind of go into a term like, oh, I need money. Oh, I need mine resources. So then you start picking a line where it's gonna be cheapest for you, right?
Yeah.
Because you have your bases. Because we have a base, you don't pay for as much as that.
Yeah, like in the beginning of my round, it was really easy because, like, except for in the beginning of round 2 and 3, I knew what I needed. So I was like, I'm gonna put this right there, get my thing. But then on turn like 3, 4, and 5, I'm like, I could do a few different things. Let me consider everything I could do, and then I hated myself. That's but it's a fun game, but like this hurt my head, bro.
You gotta look at the way I did it was just look at the longest line. And then, is this line good for me? Nah. What's the other longest line? Is this line good for me? Ah, it's better.
Oh, see, that's one right. I went based on resources. I'm like, okay, how many times? What did I go for? Like the shapes, like on the second grader putting the blocks. The building blocks.
The
yeah, one of the corporations I was looking for, like, basically building blocks. So I was like, okay, how many can I get with these specific building blocks? And what about this one? What about this one? So, and I threw them all across the board. So I could have gone like 6 different routes. So I'm like, crap. Luckily, I only could do blue with that. So at least I only had like 6 options as opposed to 18. So,
but you still did a good job. Like, as you go about this, like, okay, here's some blue I can take. Here's some blue I can take. Oh, I have a tourist. Oh, for some reason I have another tourist. And then now you're like kind of doing another corporation on the background while you're focusing on one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. But for me, AP hurts. I'm definitely prone to it. Surprisingly, I took like a lot shorter than I could have, but that's mainly because I was willing to lose the game. Mm-hmm. If I was trying 100% to like never come close to losing, I would have taken 3 times as long, and that would have been bad for everyone.
Maybe you should try to lose more often. You'd win more games.
Honestly, maybe did. Oh my gosh. So, going to what I purchased, if you guys don't know, I don't spend too much money on board games, regardless of this job or not. I do not spend money that much at all. This game's $80 MSRP, which is really expensive, but again, the quality is really nice. It's really high quality. The cardboard's double thick, like double bonded.
Yeah, it's chunky cardboard.
Yeah, it really is. And then this is nice. The tuck boxes, they're colored. The inside of the box looks fantastic. 7 factions, all of which with completely unique pieces. Super worth it. But I genuinely think I wouldn't pay more than 70 for this, because jumping to 80 with tax is like almost 90, and that's basically 100. Like you have to like love this game for me. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't even spend 100 on Galaxy Andromedas. So
you
game
never spent $100?
Not dude, that'd be a lot. Like IPs is because it's collector's thing. Board games are meant to be played. This is like, I don't know. It's not. The theme doesn't speak it for me for 80. What do you think?
I think this is an $80 game. Like, you see what's an $80 game nowadays? You have SETI, you have Civolution.
Is SETI 80?
SETI's up there.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it's not as
I think it's at least 70 for sure.
Civolution, all the Lacerdas are above 100. And even nowadays, if you just buy a base game, you're gonna probably get an expansion and bump it up to $70.
Oh my gosh,
right?
That's
or maybe
a
a deluxe component, bump up to $70.
I'll say I really like Paint the Roses. That's 40, and then the deluxe is 80 immediately, just right there.
Yeah.
And this game is pretty much deluxe. Like, I don't even know what else you can deluxify really.
And it basically comes as if with an expansion.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that.
Like, did we say that you can play with the 3 same corporations over and over again?
Yeah.
Now, I don't like this one very much. Let me change this one. You can do that 4 more times.
100%.
So as if it came with an expansion already. So.
Yeah. If you frame it like that, where it's like a $60 game that comes with a free $20 expansion, I think that's like I think that does make it a lot easier for me.
But then you don't have the option to buy it.
Yeah. But I think the framing was like a bundle does help for sure.
Yeah.
So you would get
absolutely. I mean, I did get it. Well, I got it for my birthday. I guess.
But you'd pay $80 for this?
I think this is worth it. I mean, if I had to choose between this and some of the other big heavy games that came out, I think this one
that's true.
Would beat out the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Like I played a lot of really good ones, like the Dice Tower.
Oh yeah.
And before that, and I think this is up there with them.
Now, so I think it's obvious. The next question is, would you replay this game?
You have to.
You have to.
You can't. You can't not replay it because you played half the game, right? The game changes completely. Like from my first game to my second game, and I only changed 1 faction.
If we change
Our
all
own
three,
corporation.
we still
Imagine-
have another one.
Yeah, imagine you change 2 more, and I left the fun one in, right? And I left the digestible one in, the contra fulfillment one, and the tourist one was fun. So next time you play, there's a asteroid hitting the moon, and next time you play, you're trying to turn the moon into a launch pad to go to the Mars.
That's funny.
Right? And then there's robots. Who doesn't love
Yeah,
robots?
I want the robots for sure.
Yeah.
Robots and asteroids, yeah. Yeah, no, so it's worth the replay.
Yeah. The other ones do introduce more complexity though, so that's probably worth mentioning.
Yeah, apparently the difficulty rating is like 1 to 4.
Yeah.
And all the intro level ones are 1s, and then the other ones we looked at were 2s.
We added a 2 and
Do they actually go up to 4 in the base?
this was a 2. Yeah, the only 4 is the Mars.
Oh, really? It's a 4?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, on to the most important part of the whole afternoon and night. We're doing the ranking. If you guys don't know, every single game I rank is on my list of games I rank, from the best game I've ever played to the worst game I've ever played. I rank every game I do a video on. And this game, out of 165 games, this game sits at number 28, which is super high for me. Games I like start at about 100. So this game is like flew up there surprisingly, and it was right on the line between A tier and B tier. But I think because of the production quality, it goes to an A tier because so much comes in the base game that it's undeniable that like the value is there, at least for like a game in and of itself. Like this is a huge valued game. And this game is right underneath Marvel Zombies, which is a zombicide game by Simon Games, and right above Borderlands, Mr. Torque's Arena, just because Marvel Zombies feels amazing in terms of like, it feels like you're the zombie. It really does feel like you're doing important missions as a squad, barely getting alive. It's a great scenario-based game. And Borderlands has the issue of the rulebook. The rulebook really sucks, and a lot of the keywords are unique keywords that only do like a slight different thing from the original keyword, and it has no rulebook for it, which is kind of super difficult. But it sits right in between those two, and I gave it an A tier ranking. And now Eskil's going to say his numeric value of his rating for the game.
Yeah, so like, I mean, I still feel like I'm in first impression territory, right? Like, this is probably, as of right now, it's just like an 8.5, but I can definitely see it going up to 9.5, even getting on the same level as SETI and Speakeasy for me. Why is that? Because like I just changed one faction, and then the game got even more interesting, right? Imagine I changed 2 more factions, and it got even more interesting, and then I mixed those together. It's gonna get even more interesting, right? It kind of felt like a beginner level game, you know, with the first contract fulfillment is super simple.
That makes sense.
Just one resource, 2 resources.
That makes sense.
One resource, one new one, and then one that's already in the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's very simple, but like I can see the game potentially getting more and more interesting, seeing what they can do, and for the foundation they already have. So 8.5, likely going up to 9 very soon.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Do me a favor, if you like reviews, if you like listicles, that we have that all the time, every single day at 9 p.m. EST, live on our channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like that. Like this video if you like this video, and give hype points. If you're on mobile, go ahead and go to the comments and swipe over to the hype. Every single hype gives us so much more exposure. It literally changes our views from a couple hundred to a couple thousand. So go ahead and do this completely free, and it changes everything. That's everything for today. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you like Eskil in here. We'll keep him around. If so, if not, I just will never speak to him again.
Get me out of here.
I'll just never talk to him again if you didn't like him here. But yeah, that's everything for today. Eskil, thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad you like the game.
Yeah, thanks for bringing your game and setting up here at my house. That's a pain.
If you like heavy games, it's worth a shot.
No, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's everything. Peace. Have a great day. God bless. And I hope to see you at the table soon.